All right, here we go.
Right.
Welcome to Roger Rye, Hampton Roads, live from my Honey Dips patio. I have the one and only, let me say on this Tough Enough Tuesdays, I have the one and only Rob Holmes, also known as Ace. He's an author, poet. Well, now we're going to say he's a published author, poet, model, and just a good old Southern, down-home, cool-ass young man. Rob, tell everybody where you're from, who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm 25. I'm from Hampton originally. I grew up mostly in the Hampton Roads area. My dad was a military man, and we moved around a little bit to Kansas and Kentucky, but mainly it's funny. I was born when I was an infant. I was at Fort Monroe, and a lot of my childhood was spent there. And then later down the line, I ended up getting my first job after college there. So it's funny how Fort Monroe was like a full circle for me. It's more than just PLC and everything. It's a real foundation for me.
That's real. And as a veteran, well, go ahead, babe. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine. But I was going to say, definitely. So, I mean, I grew up around here, and I had a chance to go to Christian Newport, and majored in business, minored in communication, and now I'm using both in my corporate career and also as an artist. So I'm definitely grateful.
And what I wanted to say to you was, as a veteran, knowing what it is to have the family be supportive of the soldier, I would say thank you for your service also. And I can see where that military influence on you, that structure or something.
Definitely.
Yeah, I see it on you without you even being in it. What kept you from going into the military when you was just so engrossed with the military life and living on base?
Right. Well, it's funny because I knew it was what my dad did, but he never pushed that agenda on me. He said, if it's what you want to do, you got to look into it. And did a little research, and I just realized it wasn't for me. And I could have done it. I would have had to compromise a lot of myself. And,
that's real.
You know, I know we don't have a breaking point, so I was like, nah.
That's real. That's how come I didn't do 20 years, because after I realized for myself, I was running away from life, and I ran away to the military. And once I got there, I was like, oh no, this is not, I won't be able to be my true blue self, or whatever that was at that time. I knew I couldn't do it, so I knew it wasn't going to be for me. And let's get back to Fort Monroe. We walked there often at Fort Monroe. And now that you're talking about growing up there and working back there, what does that look like, feel like for you as a, what am I trying to say? You're not in the military, but Fort Monroe is very present in your life, and you're able to separate. You don't have to salute when you go by the people, but you still be able to embrace the fact that, hey, I'm on a military institution. I've been here all my life, and now I work here, and I grew up here.
Yeah, it was kind of, at first it was kind of surreal. It was kind of surreal, but then I think it made me appreciate it in a new light, because now that they're trying to do more events there and kind of bring it back to and making people aware that it is a place where you can go and enjoy some scenery. There's a lot of history there, you know, a lot of history there. And to me, it's just a foundation. You know, if I ever need a place to go chill out, I know I can run over to Fort Monroe, just cool out, clear my head, take a walk on the seawall, and everything will be cool. So,
and I was getting ready to ask you, as an author, do you use the scene of Fort Monroe to do any of your creative writing?
Not really. I haven't been out there for that purpose. It's more just a relaxation space. I'm sure probably a lot of the reflective stuff probably would come out there. Like I like going to Buckrow too, just kind of walk and chill out, especially when it's not too crazy. But I like having those moments of kind of resetting. So
yeah, that's where I like to go to for myself. That's what made me ask you that question. Whenever I go to Fort Monroe or Buckrow Beach, for me, I always got to have a notebook and a pad, because I know something's going to come, because the piece of the scene lets whatever, come out. But let's get back to you. I want to talk about the book, but I know you in so many other places. We met at an open mic.
Right.
Where, for you, how long have you been going to open mics, and what is that open mic scene like here for you in the 7 cities?
Okay. I would say open mics about 2 years. About 2 years, 2.5 years. But I was writing for a while, and I realized I was thinking there's got to be other people to do this. So I went to like this kind of Socratic seminar open mic thing at the West Hampton Community Center by Hampton High.
All right.
And then I met a lady, Taaaah, you probably know her too.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
She put me on with the different areas and stuff. I was like, man, maybe I could go check this out. Because I knew I needed a release from work, after you get a job and everything. So went to the venue in Norfolk, and I met people, and I went to other open mics and started networking, started getting on stage more.
And that's the actual name of the place, right? The venue.
Yeah, the venue on 35th. It's in Norfolk. It's a great space for you to hone your craft. Anybody from a first time to a veteran can go up there and do really whatever they want: music, comedy, poetry. So yeah, I love the venue. They do a good job of mentoring as well. Like if you want somebody to take you, take them under your wing, it wouldn't be an issue. They welcome that. So yeah, much love to the venue.
And let me talk to you about your creative self. Where and when did you know you love to write? How did you figure that out for yourself?
I would say it's a funny story actually. Back in 10th grade, so it was English class and it was poetry. We had to write like 10 different poems, like a sonnet, a haiku, so on and so forth. And we had to put them in a binder and present one of them. And everybody did theirs, everybody presented, everybody did a pretty good job. And I noticed everybody getting their grades back. And I was like, okay, everybody got their projects back, everybody's high-fiving, and I'm thinking, where's my project at? Like, I know I turned it in. So
that's for real.
And I told my teacher, and we still cool, we still talk sometimes. I was like, hey, did I get my project back? He was like, Rod, you don't get your project back. And I was like, man, I couldn't have done that bad. And he was like, you got 100, but I'm actually keeping it for a model. So he said he used it for the future students that he was going to use the project for. So, and mind you, that was back in 10th grade. I was only really a year into like writing.
So what did that do for your little 10th grade ego as a young black man writing? Because writing, you want to write to be a rapper, and you don't seem like, so what was that like? You don't seem like that guy.
Truthfully,
so go for
it. It was kind of weird because I'm like, man, I knew that then it was kind of a spark, and I was like, well, I guess that's a sign to keep going. And I just kept writing and writing. But it's funny because when I was in high school, I would hide a lot of my writings, not like discreetly, but I wouldn't leave them out in the open because I was, I guess being in that kind of military structure, you taught to like be a man, men don't cry, so on and so forth. And I kind of bottled up all the emotions, but then I realized that, like now I realize that, man, it's all coming out. Luckily comes out in a beautiful way. So it's definitely a process. I think it helped me learn the gift of using words correctly and really knowing about the impact of what you're saying and how that can come across. So.
And while you talking about impact, let me tell you from someone that I can't say I know you, but just I feel your vibe and I see your spirit and I know you in that element. And then reading It All Makes Sense by Rob Holmes. Make sure you go get this book. It's out for you, Amazon. Go check this out. And also you can DM him. There you go. You better have it. Seeing that you said it takes, you knew you had something, you had a spark. You're deep. I can't read this all in one day. I can see why your teacher kept your poetry, because it's like you go to a place and it makes you say, whoa, hold on, whoa, that was deep. Hold on, I gotta read this just one a day. I gotta go soak this in and go line by line and take it within. You have a depth about you that you're only 25 and it seems like you're 95. And one of your poems in here that I love all of them by the titles alone, but it's this one that sticks out and it's about Tupac. And I'm like, you 25, Tupac's been dead 23 years.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, I could break that down. It's crazy. That's actually, I don't know if a lot of people know this. That's actually one of my older, like that's super old. Like I wrote that back in my pop phase, like 9th, 10th grade. And I was, I knew that I was a big hip hop head. I got into hip hop like 9th grade. My dad told me, all right, you can listen to whatever you want. So the first time I brought was Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted, because I really wanted to get, the clap. I want to learn. I want to go by the classics. So,
and that was a good one to get to first.
Yeah, I got that. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, it was so much more than After Police. Like, he had so much depth that
That's
people
real.
like storytelling.
That's real.
And I got into Pac because I knew, you know, he was I feel like his,
my bad. I can't keep it inside.
I feel like his fame kind of preceded his talent in a way where you think about the star of the thug life more than you think about the concert. So I was like, let me dig into this discography. So I got the first few albums. Then I got what it's called, Me Against the World, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy because I feel like that so many times. And I read up on Pac, and, you know, saw the movies and stuff, but he got a book of poetry called The Rose That Grew from Concrete, and I read that, and I was just like, yo, this is crazy. We started like, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and both of y'all have those classic old souls where you come, you before your time, and you have so much to say to a generation, which is why I had to bring you to Glueland, because to me, you're the current voice of the Black man. And for me, that's Glue Baby. So it's like when I see that you're only 2 or 3 years old, and to know, I know the impact of Tupac. I'm not surprised that a guy with your mental capacity would be able to connect the Tupac, but numerology-wise, it's like, damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know. I think that too.
Numerically, let me say that. Excuse me.
Right. Yeah. No. I'm not. That's crazy because a lot of my favorite artists, they're in the 27 Club. So
they did their job to leave that type of impact after their life is gone, and you are in what I call the glue place at the glue time to pick it up and go ahead and bring it out here to these young guys. Now we're going to talk about It All Makes Sense. And the Tupac one, you're not going to get out of here without reading one of your poems.
That's cool.
And for me, that's my choice of one of the two that I want you to read. I want you to read your favorite one, and I want you to read, what's the title? You might get to, I remember it. And I need to get those little yellow stickies like what you have. Not the yellow stickies, the colorful ones.
Yeah, the little tab.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I seen it. You find it on your end, and this lets you all know out there in Glueland, I'm a work in progress. Ain't nothing perfect, but this right here is the perfect glue interview of Mr. Rob Holmes, aka Ace. Ace, you go ahead and you find the one that you want to read to the audience, and let them know where they can find your book at too, love.
Yeah, definitely. All right. The book is called It All Makes Sense. It's currently on Amazon. It's $20, and you definitely get your money's worth. About 125 pages of content in there. And it's also self-published, so that definitely taught me a lot as well.
That's glue, baby. You better keep on doing it for yourself. Independence.
All right, so my favorite piece in there, it's actually in the beginning. It's on page 10. And it's called The Last Letter. And here it goes. In the event of my untimely demise, publish my poetry 1,000 times over. May I depart sober, fully in tune. Former lovers remain eternally etched within my heart. Despite your doubts, I've always loved you. Family members, yes indeed, love you too, always. Peace and blessings, no more stressing the small stuff. Simply ran out of time, never purpose. Anxiety, stress, joy, pure, uncompromising love. Unapologetically original, shamefully embracing ridicule. Kingship, I thought you knew. Ace, moniker turned alternate identity. Fight these demons, true superhero. Fell short on many nights, but it's all right. Always focused on doing right. Supremely selfish, choosing to help this world become a much better place in the face of adversity. No tear jerking, please celebrate my life. Post-cremation, modern sensation, painstaking pensive tendencies. Trapped amongst soliloquies, refusing to let the status quo be acceptable. Cool cat, just learning how to let loose. Unproud vices make this life easier to cope. Shout out to the crew, interlude mixtape forever in the works. Apologies if I let you down. Only had good intentions. Mother, I love you. Father, you are my biggest hero. God-like. It was just time to float with the angels. Could be held bound for all the pain caused. Skewing into a love-lost relationship I couldn't bear to be alone. This does not condone misogyny. Deep down, know that you're proud of me. No longer seeking affection or attention. Lately, focus has been dedicated to authenticity. Thank you for your time, efforts, energy, fellowship. Sweet world, do not forget to tell the world about the revolution. We are living proof. Tell the children not to give up, neither hope nor love. Stronger than drugs. Shatter preconceived notions. Let us unite like Voltron to tear hatred apart. These are my last words on earth. Praying for a new start.
And if we were in the club, venue, the glue stage, wherever, boy.
That one, it's crazy because that one gets me. I guess the story behind that. I guess back in January, I had a family member that passed away, and she was a really big part of our nucleus. And it really got me thinking, because death is never an easy thing to overcome, but
that's real. When
it happens unexpectedly, it really can kind of throw everything off. So, and this was definitely unexpected. So it just made me kind of think, man, like, what if, I mean, I hate to say it, I didn't even think like that, but something could happen. I drive a lot, I'm on the road a lot. Anything can happen to any one of us. So
that's right.
I wonder, like, it's kind of like an unauthorized bill of sorts. Like if I couldn't write anymore, if something happened,
that was it.
It's like, yeah,
you said everything you need to say.
Exactly.
And I appreciate you for allowing yourself to go to that space that scares most. And I tell any and everyone, that's why on purpose, with purpose, you live with purpose, because no one knows, as they say in church, no man knows the hour. Nobody knows the time. Right. And when it's your time, it's your time. And
definitely.
Your writing makes me think and feel that you're always present in self. You're always aware of your surroundings. And if you had to write something about what you see going on in your world today, what would you title it? Off the top of your head, just something in your world. You sitting in your bathroom right now doing this interview, just for the perfect lighting.
I know, right?
Take that. What would you call that?
Processing.
And that's life.
It is.
That's life.
It is.
And your smile gives life. And I like you in so many different ways. And it's like I can interview you for days. And whenever you want, whenever you want to come and just, it's a message that I know that you have for your generation. And I'm one of giving your generation a platform to speak and to glue yourselves up in a language that you all know from each other, you know. And
Definitely.
Is there a message from your perspective that you would want to say to a young Black man today? So many of them have so much to say, don't know how to convey their glue way outside of, let me express it in this physical way. That's all they know. What would you say to them? And they're really needing an outlet and writing, damn, my internet connection is unstable. What would you say to them?
I would say, at the end of the day, nothing is, I would say, maybe not nothing, but it's going to be harder to achieve progress, and we can't learn to break bread with one another. And, you know, sitting down at the table having a meal, it can be a difficult thing to do, but if you think about the world and the way things work, like, if you were to take away the dichotomy of race, you'll realize that everybody has so much more in common. We all like certain movies, we like music, we like food, I like sports, entertainment of some sort. So I think coming to that common place, but still being true to yourself and being understanding about your culture, your background and surroundings is, to me, that would be like nirvana, just the ultimate peace. So, and I'm not asking for like world peace and kumbaya, because then we would be in a utopia. And that's kind of scary. But,
hey.
you know. But,
that would be like heaven on earth. It's kind of like it's a little too peaceful. What's going on?
Like, I need some tension in my life.
Yeah. And on what level are we willing to sacrifice for that tension?
But I would just say, be willing to break bread with your fellow man. Have that random conversation with the kid you might never see again, because you never know what impact you can have on somebody. So, yeah, you never know who's watching. I learned that at these shows, these open mics, you never know who's there watching, who's there critiquing, who's there supporting, showing love. So you just really never know who you getting them helping just by.
Being that it's tough enough Tuesdays, I have to ask you, most people these days, myself included, are afraid to take that jump into the author world, the next level world, whatever that passion conquering thing is. How did you know you was tough enough to say yes to your dream of becoming an author? What's one of your tough attributes? What's your strength about yourself? Because it takes focus to do this.
I would say determination. I knew since I started writing, I've accumulated pretty much a corner of my place to like just old notebooks and papers and everything. So I knew that kind of once I started, I probably couldn't stop unless I could cut my hand off. So and I would just say determination. And after going out to the scene and writing for so long, I realized, like, man, I got to do something tangible, because sometimes I went out and you see these great artists, and you might only see them one time. They do like this amazing 4 to 5 minute bit, and it's like you want to see them again. And I knew I wanted to do something as far as longevity. I didn't want to just be a flash in the pan. And truthfully, my vision is bigger than just the 7 cities.
That's real.
Roads. So, and that's not to sound too big for it, but I just see the world has to see what we're doing. You know, and the world has to understand that we have a voice. So.
Oh, you ain't got to tell me, baby.
Oh yeah. But, it's funny how it's kind of, I would say, determination and irony, and they're pretty contrasting. But the determination for me to keep writing and pushing, and while life is happening and things are happening, I still continue to write. But also irony, because I really started typing up my pieces because my penmanship got really bad. Like. I would
because
try to
your
write,
what got really bad?
My penmanship.
Gotcha.
It got really bad because I was rushing to write so fast, because I'm old school. Like, if I got it up here, I got to get it out here.
That's real.
And so I started typing, and I just got to a point like a couple months ago, and I was like, man, I got a lot of pieces typed up. And I started kind of formulating the idea, like, I want to drop a book. Put it out there. And I didn't really know too much, but I learned about Create Space through a friend of mine. And he told me about it. He was like, yeah, you can do it by yourself. And I realized I was typing. I had this big pile of just writing, and I typed that up, and I was like, yeah, I think this is it. And I asked my buddy to paint me a cover. He did that. And then my buddy Antoine wrote the foreword.
I was about to say, go ahead and give their names so we can give them a little shout out.
Yeah. My boy, shout out to my boy Joinin in Norfolk. He made an amazing cover for me. People, that's one of the first thing they notice. People always ask me, who did you
That's cover? Right.
That's it. And then my man Antoine, my boy from, we go way back. We go back in like 102. So that's my brother. He did the foreword, and that was really special. That was just really, really special.
I'm trying to make sure their names are here, so when I get ready to put up this video, I have the artwork, the artist's name. So make sure you text those to me. Oh, cover art by Janetti. I see it. I wanted to make sure that was there.
Okay. But I just I reached out to them, and they got back to me in a quick time, and then I typed it up, and I just knew at the end of the day, I just wanted something tangible, and I knew that it was just time to do it. I mean, I'm 25. I've been doing this for like 10 plus years. So for me to not put something out would be such a disservice, because I feel like when you don't have a product, people see it as a hobby.
That's real. That's real.
And I'm like, it's my passion. But now that you get something tangible, it's like, oh man, they really invested the time.
What did it feel like when you got the box in the mail?
All right, so Friday afternoon, I remember the moment. It was a Friday afternoon. my mom texted me. She was like, "Hey, Arthur, your books are here." And I was like, "Word, that's cool."
She called you Arthur?
Yeah, I was
all
like,
right.
"Word." And then I got home and I put him in my car. I was driving home, and then I got here and I looked at him and I opened the box up and I just sat down and I was like, man, it was truthfully overwhelming. That's the one word I would say, because when I looked at him, I was like, man, like this is real. Like not like basking in the moment, but like actually acknowledging like this is actually like physical. I can drop this book.
That's
like,
real.
It's real. And I think part of me was like, man, I feel like for years I used writing as an escape. You know, it's kind of like a fantasy world where you say what you want, no censorship and everything. But I think I realized that, man, I can't run. Like, you can't run away from print. It's there forever, the good and the bad, and it's all these things. And it was a good learning process. Initially, I only shared it with a few friends just because I wanted to kind of get a gauge on, like, you know, that I didn't want to just say I put out a book for the sake of putting it out. I wanted to like actually have something, you know, something sustainable. So once I got that feedback, I was like, yeah, I gotta do a promo video. So I did that, and then just been kind of cooling ever since. It's opened up some doors. It taught me a lot, the whole process as far as writing. Now I got my buddy, he's gonna edit my stuff from now on. You know, making sure you get everything on time, learning how to convert like margins and fonts and making sure everything converts. So it was a huge learning process. Like, could have been a class.
I was about to say, in my mind, it sounds like we need to put together a package for you to present, to teach to schools. And to me, I would say detention centers and jails on that element, because I'm always thinking about those are where all the artists and creative people really, really are and don't have the resources to publish their own book, to do all of this. So you definitely please think about that whenever you say that's a class, the type of guy that you are and the spirit that you have to be able to relate and be calm and talk to people. You're so cool to be 25. And it's like you just got a connecting spirit with you.
Yeah, definitely.
That I can see you teaching the class and talking to people and being patient with them through the process of learning how to become an author.
Definitely. Side note, back in college, one of my nicknames was Professor Rob.
I believe that. When I tell you, go ahead, boy, you better get out. I love your crazy ass. I swear I do.
Well, you back.
I forgot the question I wanted to ask you. What's this Tupac poem, man? We go find this one.
Page 21.
Oh, thank you. You better know your book.
It's called 11 to Tupac. Shakur. Tupac Amaru Shakur. Birth name, Lassane Parrish Crooks. You are an inspiration. Your legacy serves as motivation for us to accomplish great feats. Honestly, I've always favored your poetry to your music. Either route, seemingly effortless talent is exhibited. And I hate when people judge, saying, man, Pac was not the one. Yes, also a beautiful mind, caring soul. You gave my generation a torch in order to pass it on.
And you picked it up, young man. I don't care what nobody say. You picked it up.
That's an honor. Thank you.
Thank you for owning it and not being afraid to share it.
Yeah, no, that's heavy. I'll take that. I'll take that. Gladly.
So I'm gonna get up. Let me see words that you will want to share with up and coming authors. Anything you want to say to someone who's thinking about becoming an author, but they're not sure. They don't want to do all the work that it's gonna take to make it happen. They scared for whatever reason.
I would say really any creative. I would say just keep pushing. For me,
Rob, let's talk about your music. My bad. We don't just have to talk about your authorship here now. Is there anything else that you want to share about the people? We have a good 8 minutes left.
Mm-hmm. I am I don't like that. I'm kind of like Batman. I don't like to reveal
I
too
can
much.
dig it. I can dig
Yeah,
it.
but like I don't want to reveal too much. But I do have some
Okay.
other ventures in the works. I just got to put some pieces together.
You are so strategic. I
Yeah,
swear in my
yeah.
soul, you 95 years old.
Yeah, I got some things in the works, but
Okay.
yeah,
But
steadily.
when he gets ready to reveal his
Oh yeah,
works
oh yeah.
that he
It'll be
has,
revealed correctly.
please come right back here to Roger Rod with Hampton Roads. Is there anything else that you would like to share pertaining to your book? Let everybody know where you can get it, how they can reach you to buy it personally from you here in the 7 cities. You go ahead and tell them about your book.
Okay. About the book, I would say it's available on Amazon, and I can shoot you the link just so you can have it below. If my name is Rob Holmes, Holmes on Facebook. If you would like a book, feel free to contact me. I have physical copies. We can meet up, or you can purchase a copy, and when you get it, I'll be glad to sign it. I like the personalization aspect of it. So, hey.
Hey.
I wanted to get back to your question though about all the authors and creatives because that had me going.
Go for it.
I would say just keep writing, keep pushing, because I know a lot of times I think when I was younger I tried to emulate the hip hop, the lyricism, the hip hop and whatnot. But then I got to a point I'm like, well, that's cool, but I really had to say what was on my mind. I didn't care if it rhymed or not. I just knew it had to be real and transparent. So whatever type of art you do, I would say just keep pushing. Like, be willing to sit in silence and embrace the uncomfortableness for it to make that mural or that great verse that you're looking for. So I would say just embrace yourself, be true to yourself, and also be willing to go to things that are like not in your comfort zone. Performing an open mic, something you might not regularly perform. Practice, never too much practice, and that's true. But yeah, I would say just do what is honest and true to you, and whatever does make you happy. But just understand that also at the same time, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. That's all that we have so much power, and I don't think a lot of times people realize how we can impact the culture. And but yeah, I would just say and to anybody really in this world, just keep pushing and don't let anybody steer you off that course.
I hope you run for office or something one day. I don't know, but you goddamn, you got it. Whatever it is, you have it. And I'm going to take it back. I don't want you to run for office in anything, because then you'll be limited with what gifts you have. And you don't need any limitations on the beautiful gifts that you've been blessed with. So no politics for you. Your soul need to breathe, brother.
Yeah, but it's the way we could affect changing that too, just by breaking bread, just by getting the community together. You know, maybe just have a big old block cookout, man. I don't know, something. Everybody likes some food, though.
I love the fact that your calm self said yelling. That's all I care about. People think that we are as we are in our calm selves, that we don't know how to yell.
Oh, yeah.
We know how to yell without making a lot of noise in a negative way.
Exactly.
So let's get ready to yell together, young brother.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate your glue time in my pinky toe. Hey, Glue Land, y'all get ready to listen to these young millennials out here. I'm not playing with y'all. I am giving them a glue stage to voice their every feelings, because they are all finding their feelings and they need a safe place to do that. And for me, that's glue, baby. Please go out there and get yourselves tested for HIV/AIDS and know that God loves unconditionally everyone. And it's our duty to give love unto everyone, especially Rob Holmes, author, published author, also known as ACE. Yes, get yourselves tested for HIV/AIDS, and that's Glue and Capri, baby. That's Rob Holmes, baby. Rob, tell everybody that's Glue, baby.
That's Glue, baby.
I love you, my pinky toe love. Don't forget to send me that link for your book so we can let everyone know where to go get It All Makes Sense. Hold your book up, Rob. Let them get it double time. Put it up. Go get this book. We all need support, so please support one another. Hampton Roads, this is one of our own. Let's support them. That's Glue and Capri, baby. That's Rob Holmes, baby.